the moment. Yeah, basically I'm just getting the Discord link set up and everything like that, and then we'll get on with the stream. Essentially I will lay out the plan right now. Essentially the past few weeks I've been obsessing over getting into Guarma, and there may possibly be a method I haven't tried yet, so I'm going to give it a go. Now I do have very little faith that it might work, but the main objective is to basically give it a try, you know, because you know, why not? Definitely worth a look. Just going to get the Discord link set up. If you notice in the title of this video that I have included the Discord link. If you haven't joined already, that is my own Red Dead Online Discord server for all players. You know, I'd love it if you can come and join me in there. We're talking all the time, you know, about Red Dead Online, legendary animals, you know. Why not? It's all good. Okay, so I'm just going to switch over now to Discord and get this link put in there for anybody who may watch. Who knows? We'll see. I won't be able to see the chat for a minute, but if you'd like to put anything in the chat, or if you're watching it back, feel free to put a comment. I do realise I don't get a lot of viewers while I'm actually streaming. It's probably because of my low sub count, maybe, but I do kind of get quite a lot of watch backs, if you know what I mean. So I do always like encourage people to sub, because while I'm live streaming, obviously it's interactive when it's live. You can speak to me live, and also once again I'm always in the Discord if you want to join that. I can't actually put it in the description. I am streaming on Shadow Play, but essentially that's where to find me. So yeah, I'll switch back over to the live chat, and we'll see what's going on in there. Awesome stuff. So let's see. Yumper Scump is in already. Hello, buddy. Hello. You are my most dedicated viewer, and I do appreciate that a whole lot. I do thank you very much there. I have now figured out a way to, you know, do the links myself. Oh, look at this, an injured animal. Essentially, I'm going to kind of rush over to a bounty board, the nearest one, and I'm going to start the Cecil mission again. Now, last night, if you remember, I actually got to Guarma, not the actual proper high-res map of Guarma, you know, but I have a different method in my mind of how I want to get into Guarma, and that's what I'm going to be trying tonight. If you want to know anything about legendary animals, any of my recent videos, you know, feel free, hit me up in the chat, because I've spent a lot of time hunting legendary animals. I love the legendary animals as well, and in total I think so far I've hunted over 80 legendary animals. That's no exaggeration either. I am, you know, just being honest. I think it is about 80 that I've actually hunted. Not sure what's coming tomorrow. I did make some very bold claims that I basically could predict any legendary animal coming out. Looking back, I don't think I actually can. What I thought was going to happen for this week didn't actually happen, and since then I keep my mouth shut. I just speculate. Obviously I didn't make any videos, I didn't make myself out to be a complete fool, but you know, that's just the way it is. So Yumper Scump says, no problem man, I love your videos, dude. Awesome. Magin77, hello there. Magin77, did you just come over from the Discord by any chance? I did just put the links in there. Obviously, if you know, anybody in the Discord server, your name is probably most probably going to be different on YouTube. So if you do come over from the Discord server, let me know your Discord server name and that you came from the Discord, just so I know. I know I do keep banging on about it, but like at the minute the channel's growing, in my opinion, very fast, getting a lot of good feedback. I'm very, very happy with it, but also the Discord server is growing fast too, so can't help but keep going on about how good both are at the minute. Just in my own opinion, of course. Yumper Scump says, I completed the Moonbeavers field guide today. Well, awesome stuff. Congratulations, mate. Congrats. There we go. The mic should be a little bit clearer tonight as well. I've actually moved my microphone a bit, moved it a bit, so it should pick me up a little bit better. Hopefully not so close it picks up all the percussive sounds like P's and T's and things, and makes them a bit distorted. It should be right. Please let me know, because obviously if I play the audio from the stream, you'll be able to hear it and it'll feed back on itself. So obviously tomorrow I am poised and ready to hunt down whatever new legendaries come out. Like I say, I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be, but it is my intention to be one of the first with a guide video for when it happens. Last week I was a bit late. I was helping a friend out, and as soon as I got the chance I got on and I did my guide video, but shouldn't have anything holding me back this week. So yeah. So Yumper Scump says, I also redid my character's appearance. My first rendition was kind of ugly. Yeah, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people who actually play this game who aim to have an ugly character. There's a few that I know of. They go for all the ugliest options and all the raggedy clothes and all that lot. So this method is essentially the same as what I did last night, but the difference is that instead of trying to ride into Guarma, I'm going to respawn and see what happens, because I've read some comment sections that essentially say they did manage to get in Guarma for a little bit, but at the same time I have my own theories, because the method of how to get into Sisika that actually worked last night, essentially everybody claims that's patched, but on live stream last night I actually managed to get into Sisika using that method. So if people claim that there's ways into Guarma that have been patched, and they claim that there's ways of getting into Sisika that have been patched, and there's one method I haven't tried of getting into Guarma yet, maybe I might get lucky. I've tried getting into Sisika since then. For anybody who doesn't know what Sisika is, it's the penitentiary on the map. Usually you can't get there, but it's right there. I was there last night on live stream, and the casino boat. That's actually really easy. Ryan KJ says, man, I hope it's new ones and not a new Coyote Harriet mission. If it's the Milk Coyote Harriet mission, it is what it is, mate. Let's be honest. But hey ho, that's that is what it is. But I am kind of hoping it will be two new free roam ones. If it is going to be free roam animals tomorrow, it will be. If it is going to be free roam animals, I'm willing to bet it's not going to be the bear or the panthers. They'll be saving that till last. My IQ is 2. Hello there, buddy. I do realise you commented on a video the other day. Thank you for that. I'll not get into Guarma. No, I did start the live stream specifically saying I'm pretty sure I won't get into Guarma. That's why, you know, the stream is titled Getting into Guarma Plan C. Because I've tried 2 other methods so far. This is method number 3, which as far as I know has not been tried recently. Who knows? But I like to try things for myself. Like I say, the method of getting into Sisika that I got told by many people was patched. I did it last night. It worked on live stream. I was in Sisika using that method. So who knows? Like there's been several patches that roll things back. Who knows? That's it. And at the end of the day, it is like a chill and chat. It's really no stress for me to get to Guarma, onto the Guarma map, but not into the high res section of Guarma, if you understand what I mean. So it's just a nice opportunity to have a chat with you all and everything. That's what I like more than anything. Yeah, Yumper Scump, yeah, initiate plan C. Kind of like last night, wasn't it? It was like failed several times trying to get to Sisika Penitentiary, and then it was like, you know, initiate backup plan, and look, it actually worked. You know what I mean? So, yeah, my IQ is 2, says high res is pretty much impossible, I think. Possibly, yeah. John, I will be honest, and I do my best to be honest. I have tried to get into Guarma, into the high res bit of Guarma. I'm not kidding, at least in the past, at least 20 times, and always been black screened. But I haven't tried this method, so I'm kind of obliged to try it because of all the time I've spent. It's like, do I cut my losses and just say I'm never going to be able to get in, or do I keep trying and dig in? You know, I am honest, I don't think I will get in, but gotta try the method, you know. And as yet I haven't tried it. I've kind of waited. This is my time that I like to stream at the moment. People have recommended that I stream a little bit earlier for more people watching potentially, but this is the time I like to stream. It's a time of peace and quiet around the house, and that's when I like to live stream. So yeah, I kind of go off topic a little bit. Yumper Scump says I've never tried to get out of the map before. Yeah, essentially this glitch is really easy. It's the slide glitch. I did cover that in the Mexico video, and sort of go into a bit of detail on the Guarma video. All you do is you hold A. I know you're on Xbox anyway, so hold A on the Xbox controller. Go into first person mode. You can do that in any order. Pistols works best. Find a nice ledge that you can slide on. When you start sliding, keep hold of the A button and then move the left analog stick all the way left or all the way right, and the right analog stick all the way left or all the way right. You get slightly different results for each. You do have to kind of like mess about, but left analog stick right sometimes works best, other times you just kind of get the feel for it in the end. Now what's worrying me is on the minimap there is like a red aura. There was one time I did this, and basically yeah, there was a cougar red dot on the map. It was literally waiting for me to cross. Okay, that looks like probably the cleanest I've probably ever got across there. And there is red auras all over the place, and I hate shooting in first person mode, so I'm just going to get out of there, just head to the other point. Now I've still not figured out how to get my horse. I have been told that essentially across there somewhere on the bank you can whistle your horse. So yeah, okay. If you know where to whistle your horse over there, please let me know in the chat. My IQ is 2 says I got a tutorial for the glitch on my channel, but so does he, so you know. Okie dokie. My IQ is 2. If you know where to get your horse on that piece of the map over there, please let me know. Yumper Scump says I'm looking forward to tomorrow, but I don't know what to think. Okay, my IQ is 2. I'm up for learning something right now. So if you want to tell me, which one shall I go for? Shall I aim straight to the right like I usually do? Because if I aim for the left and I can't get a horse, I can't actually get over the other side, or it'd be very difficult. But if I go to the left hand side and I can get a horse, that is a massive speed boost to get into Guarma, because it saves me running the entire map on foot. So my IQ is 2. What would you recommend, man? This is the whole point of a live stream. Make it interactive and basically ask people what they want to see. If you can give me a good description of where to get my horse over there, I'll give it a try right now. Worst thing that can happen is I'll have to try and swim across. Okay, left side, but I've got to warn you, the horse spawn is really crap, barely ever works. Okay, I'll take the risk, I guess. I'll take the risk. I'm going to set a waypoint, because it does help to kind of set a waypoint to where you want to be. If I put a waypoint, that's kind of directly where I'm facing there. I've been told it's near one of the trees on the bank on the other side. Is that correct? But obviously there is kind of like latency on the stream too, so can be up to like 30 seconds delay on what I'm doing to what is seen on the screen, so it might be a bit hard to just do this, if you know what I mean, like by you describing where to go. That was a fairly good angle. I could have possibly got that a little bit better, but I think I am on the right track. This it's not far off the underwater bit. Okay, thank you, mate, thank you. I'm going to try that. As soon as my stamina starts to replenish, I will stop. That's if I don't make it to land first. I think I did aim pretty much fairly well, fairly straight at the land there. It's not far off the underwater bit. Okay, that's a good hint. Usually when it comes to that underwater bit, I do kind of keep sliding for a little bit, and you can almost run left or right on either side, if you know what I mean. There we go. Yumper Scump says, I've never been a mod before, but I'll try to be a good cop. Yes, indeed. Yes, okay. My IQ is 2, says, go straight north, cause the current's strong. Yeah, the way I've aimed that way before, I have got over that side, aim in this direction. What I do is when it comes to the kind of bit where the stamina starts to replenish, I just carry on a little bit further, if you know what I mean, and I can make it over to the other side. I'm just, you know, a lot of it's trial and error, because in all honesty I did get a bit of flack on my Guarma video, because people were saying, oh yeah, well, yeah, I've known of this method for a long time, whatever, but I never saw this on a guide video anywhere, you know. So in a way, I did find this out trial and error. Whether it has been covered before, I don't know, but I haven't seen it in any glitch guide video or anything, and trust me, I watch a lot of them. Yumper Scump says, this is Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I do kind of need a pirate's outfit for this, and a good boat. So, like I say, in the comments section of one of the Guarma glitch videos, apparently somebody said that by respawning out of bounds on the Guarma map, they did actually manage to go into the main bit of the Guarma map for like a minute or so before they got kicked back. And from what I saw yesterday at Sisika Penitentiary before I did the live stream, basically if you go too close to Sisika and it realises that you're going too close, it kind of kills you, right? It says you got blown up, but you didn't get blown up. And I got respawned in the bounds of Sisika. That was the first way I got there. Right, my stamina's coming back, but I'm essentially gonna just keep rolling with this a little bit, because when I start moving too much, I am going to end up like on the surface of the water. That's the best pirate I've ever seen. Okay, so I'm at the bit now underwater. I do assume that the reason why you stay underwater here is because the water's so deep, if you know what I mean. So essentially I'm just going to knock some like stamina tonics back. Yumper Scump says apparently they had depth charges in 1898 because you got blown up. Yeah, you actually, when you head to Sisika, it says you got blown up, but you're still on your boat, in your boat on the surface. So right now, look, I'm running underwater, trying to get over to the other side. That looks very promising. I'm just trying to see where the landfall is. Crap, kind of need to be over there. Okay. You stay underwater because if you haven't seen it, this part of map, water is very glitched. Yes, I have seen that, and if you go further north, it is completely messed up, right? Oh, I'm really not trying to fall back in the water. You see, that was like very little effort, the direction I went there. Probably would have been a bit quicker if I followed your advice, mate, yeah, and went directly north. I will concede that you're probably right there. I'm just trying not to fall back in the water because it can cause problems down the line. So yeah, my IQ is 2. Yep, keep going north. I was just about to ask and you beat me to it. That's awesome, mate, awesome. Keep going north. I'm going to have to get myself up there, I think. Okay. Keep going north. Oh look, broken wildlife. I don't think I've took a picture of these before, so I'll get one in while I'm here. What is it? Wild turkeys. Oh, you don't need to take pictures of them. Don't I look stupid? Okay. All the wildlife up here is broken, so you can kind of abuse it for the naturalist role. Look at, I haven't got a picture of one of them before, I don't think, but we'll have a picture anyway. Along the coast, yeah, I have actually gone along the coast before and not managed to find my horse anywhere. It's actually been quite disheartening. And I know that when you get your horse, you kind of you aim for that bit of land sticking out to the northeast, and then you cross, but you end up crossing somewhere like over there somewhere. That's the way we used to do it with the posse infighting method from Coulter. Okie dokie. So if you kind of see this tree anywhere nearby, I'm gonna begin whistling my horse and just see what happens. My IQ is 2 is basically my guide at the moment. I know that sounds terrible, doesn't it? I'm like doing these guide videos how to get to Guarma, and then people are like, oh, there's a better way than that. I will always admit when I'm wrong, if you know what I mean, and in this case it seems like I am. Along the coast, okay, so I'll keep travelling along this coast. And I'm told it's like a tree that's like partially like sticking up out the water or something. You know, let's have a look. I always like to kick the wildlife when I'm nearby. Imagine that if I got killed by a deer. That'd be bad, wouldn't it? Okay, my IQ is 2 is your navigator. Stop there, okay. And basically, he might have meant stop a little bit further back, but I will stop like at this tree. That was basically where I stopped, and I'll slowly move around the area just to see, and I'm gonna not stop whistling either, just to see. I'm awaiting further instructions from my IQ. There it is. Oh crikey, wait, come back floating horse. Oh, that is awesome. And you know, I actually looked round there for so long. It's incredible how long I looked round there for. Yeah, thank you, my IQ is 2. That is amazing. I'm just wondering if I can put a pin on the map there. The problem is that, yeah, the problem is, because it's that far out of bounds up there, I won't be able to remove the pin, but I go to Guarma that often that it's not really an issue. He says he spent like 10 minutes whistling one time. That doesn't surprise me, because I spent about 30 minutes all around this area whistling, mate, when I got told there's a place you can get your horse. Now, this is what my IQ 2 was talking about. My IQ is 2, sorry. This is the glitchy water, where it's kind of like squared off on the corners and that, where it's just been like pasted in. It's really hard to explain beyond that, but if you look at what I'm talking about here, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, according to Rockstar, the Caribbean is like 5 miles away from the US. Yeah, I'm not sure how far it is actually off the coast of Florida, but yeah, it's actually not that far away if you was to travel by aeroplane or something like that. Now, the way that I'd do it before is I'd aim for that bit of land over there. The first thing I'd do, Have a nice horse tonic and cross. And I should get like kind of brought to the surface. Yep, okay. Now the trick to this, from my memories of doing the Guarma glitch from Coulter, is that don't hammer the speed up button, because round here, especially when you get to the water where it travels fast, essentially you don't go any faster for tapping the run button, if you know what I mean. Yumper Scump says 464 miles. Look at that, is a statistician. Bit of a tongue twister, that one. I've got to throw out some crazy props to my IQ is 2 at the moment. Thank you for telling me where the horse was. I've got a pin on the map now. That is going to be much more streamlined in future. Now you see what I'm talking about with the horse. You see, I've hit this water where even if you tap the like go faster button, like whatever that is on the console you're on, it doesn't actually make you go any faster. So, because it is like registering as deep water over here. I have got more horse stimulants ready. I'm not going to allow this horse to sink. I hope not anyway. I'll have to keep... you see, I'm being carried now, so this is worrying because I might miss this land over here. But tapping the action button, whatever, is not going to get me there any quicker. As tempting as it is to try and hit that bit of land, I may even miss it, which is going to be very, very saddening. That is very saddening. It will take quite a while now to reach land, I think. You kind of have to like go with it. I'm aiming for that bit of land over to the right there now. Kind of going a little bit against the tide. Oh, I thought my horse was sinking for a second. Okay, but if you get a good enough horse, basically you can keep refilling your stamina. Come on, there we go. There we go, that's better. Okay, so let's start heading out now then. Now, this originally used to take me like 10 or 15 minutes. Now on a horse it's probably going to take me around 5 maximum, I think. There we go, I'm straight on the north-south line. Going straight there now. Oh, look at the speed. That is progress. That's cut the time right down. My IQ is 2. Thank you, mate. That's saved me so much time. There we go. So, is anybody having fun with the legendary animals still? I'm always keen to know. I'm still having a lot of fun hunting them. Still getting asked a lot of questions too. Yumper Scump says I'm going to stay on about 1 more hour, then I'll head off. Fair enough, hey, dude, honestly, stay as long as you like, or as little as you like, of course. That is the nature of live streaming. Obviously, I've only started live streaming on this channel again in the past couple of weeks, but I've been live streaming on YouTube across my channels for a long time, mate, you know what I mean? Lol, I said hour. Yeah, I knew what you meant, mate. It's all good. It's all good. Look at this. Look at the swift progress you make on a horse. All the times I've done this running. Oh my goodness, what was I thinking? Now you see, I was going to try and glitch my usual way and run this on foot. Nah, won't be doing that again. My IQ is 2. Thank you for popping in, mate. You have altered the course of destiny now, because I won't be using my method anymore. I will be amending the description of the Guarma glitch guide video to include that you can go the other side and find a horse, and that is much more efficient. But for now, live stream is on, and tomorrow it's the animals guide video, so for now I've only really got the time to adjust the description, if you know what I mean. Yumper Scump says from Lemoyne to Guarma in 12 parsecs. In less than 12 parsecs, I'll have you know. One of like the biggest film blunders of all time, but never mind, just getting that measurement wrong. I know the measurement of 12 parsecs is not a wrong measurement as such, but it's not a unit of time. Most people know that, but I'm just rambling on. Yumper Scump says, I wish you could edit chat messages. As a blue wrencher in the chat, mate, you can remove your own messages, and if you wanted to retype them out. But for the most part, I've spent a lot of time on YouTube dealing with people, you know, in chat rooms and stuff, like in the chat sections. And yeah, I understand, mate, you know, autocorrect and missing letters and things. Yeah, I can pretty much work it out. I'm like college level English, so it's like I can work it out fairly well. Okay, so we're going straight there. We're using Cobber today, my very plucky gypsy cob. I do love Cobber. It is lovely. Now, I have always been a big fan of the Arabian horses in the game, but since using the gypsy cob, it has become my favourite horse. Just because of its ability while hunting legendaries, you just very rarely get like bucked off your horse, if you know what I mean. So currently 7 people watching, much appreciated. Feel free to say hello in the chat. You know, I do read out as many of the comments as I get. Yumper Scump says, I got the Norfolk Roadster and named him Cappuccino. Oh, okay. Is that the like brown one with the kind of like white speckles? I think that's probably the best way to describe it, I think. Just travelling on now. Yep, the max level one, yeah. And the other one is the dappled in it. That's the one. I always oh no, that is the dappled one, innit? I always take the Mickey out my mate because he always rides the Norfolk Roadster, and I always say that it looks a bit diseased from the pattern on it. And looping back to characters, people who like to make characters that are ugly in the game. That is basically his entire thing, making like the ugliest, gnarliest character he can. So we're speeding along nicely now, making rapid progress. Now the thing is, a lot of people think the map of Red Dead is actually like massive. I think that is not like entirely true. Say if the map of Red Dead was like the size of GTA 5, it would seem massive, but the main thing that takes time is obviously the speed of your horse and all the kind of like windy roads and everything. Micah Bell, hello there. Yumper Scump says, I like the new clothing items so far, I wish they'll keep. Yeah, they do sort of do them as limited time, but then they sort of like do release them again down the line. So Micah Bell says, from all the years you've been playing, what do you think is the hardest animal to find? From my experience, it's probably, only probably, the Winyan Bison, or the Emerald Wolf, or the Mazacuga. All of them are like kind of tucked away in locations you wouldn't usually go to. Yeah, Red Lord, hello there, buddy. He's got the loading icon there. It's buffering. Please let me know if the stream is buffering. It shouldn't be, hopefully. It is about time for Horsey to get fed, so I give him some of that lovely golden horse meal. Yumper Scump says the same energy with the cosmetics, I guess you mean there. Ace Anglerfish says, I also have a Norfolk Roadster. I like Moonshiner because I can go murder innocent civilians with my friends. Get my pay check after 48 minutes. Oh, nice. Ace Anglerfish, welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining us. Micah Bell says, I think the Western Bull Moose is hard to find. That's from story mode, I believe. I didn't actually hunt all the legendaries in the story mode, so I can't really comment too much, in all honesty, but you know, that's all good. I did get a bit fed up with it. It's a lot more, there's a lot more steps to it than there is hunting them online. Yumper Scump says, I misclicked the send button and started panicking. Oh, no need to panic, mate. It's all good. It's all good. I will have to give a shout out to My IQ is 2 for helping me find the horse a lot earlier than I usually would. That has sped this method up by about 10 minutes every time. That is brilliant. And for purposes of live streaming, you want to be kind of making progress at all times. Now, you see, we've found that line a lot quicker. See how quick that was? Amazing, amazing stuff. That's a lot better. There we go. Red Lord there says, this is straight water, ice, straight ice cold. I can't really see the icon, but it looks like icy water or something. I don't know. My IQ is 2 says, a fun fact, the mountain in Guarma is taller than any in the regular map. Yes, I was actually commenting on that last night. The Guarma map is basically like a volcano, and you can go that high on the map that you end up in the clouds and even above the clouds at certain points. And that's quite fun because the clouds are volumetric, fully rendered and everything. Yeah, it's really, really nice. There we go. So my IQ is 2. Thank you once again for the tip, getting the horse. Like, I'd be around halfway. I'd be around halfway where I needed to be right about now without that little hint. I have been told, like I say, that you could get your horse there. I spent around 30 minutes while not live streaming one time. I couldn't find my horse, so yeah. My IQ is 2 says, yeah, it's foggy almost all the time up there. It's all the clouds, mate. Yeah, it's nice. It's quite a clear night tonight, but the weather soon changes. Red Lord says straight water. Now the bit where you levitate off the ground, if you've been paying any attention at all in the previous live streams, should be just after this kind of large gravelly patch going on here. Nearly said large brown patch, but that's never a good thing. So I like to crack a joke now and again. I should start raising off the ground any second, hopefully. And when that happens, I'm just going to turn straight onto the Guarma map. There we go, and we're straight in. Look at that, no hesitation tonight. None of that, not messing about. Straight in. We're on the Guarma map. Probably the quickest I've ever got onto the Guarma map, because all the times before where I did that river crossing and I had my horse, I would have come from Coulter first, through the mountains. Oh god, that took a very long time. So I'm looking now, and I'm not going to head straight at that bit of map. I don't want to do that. I want to do what I did last night and head round from the south, looking to the north, and hopefully if I respawn at that southern boundary, well, there's going to be two results of that. Two possible results. Either, well, no, there could be 3 actually. I'll go through them. One of them is I get respawned basically where I died, still out of bounds. Option number 2, which is probably the least likely, is I get spawned in the high-res Guarma map or some version iteration of it, and probably the most likely is going to be a kickback to Saint Denis. So I'm going to just slow up a little bit because I've got a lot of comments to read here. Let me have a look. My IQ is 2 says Red Dead Redemption 2 probably got the most interesting out of the map areas and community out of any game. I will admit the community for Red Dead 2 and Red Dead Online for the most part is amazing. Yeah, it's not very toxic at all. And when you put that alongside GTA Online and GTA 5 and that, yeah, it is pure toxic. I've been there, experienced it. Yeah, it's not good. I do prefer Red Dead over that any day. So Ace Anglerfish, I'm just getting through the comments. I've got to kind of half keep an eye on what I'm doing here so I don't veer off course, you know. Ace Anglerfish says, sorry, me and my friend found out there were ways to get to Guarma 2 days after all of them were patched, then proceeded to spend 12 hours trying to find a way to get there. Oh, blummin' heck. Oh, Christ. Do you want to give me any hints as to what they were? It might help in the reattempt tonight. This is Plan C tonight. So, Micah Bell says, do you remember the Liars and Dice from the first Red Dead Redemption? It rings a bell. Yeah, now Red Dead Redemption 1 is the only game on PlayStation 3 that I actually platinumed. And that is honestly saying a lot because I played a lot of games on PS3. I was never a trophy hunter or anything like that. I'm still not to this day, but just the sheer amount of time I spent on single player and online of Red Dead 1, I've somehow platinumed it. Red Lord says, boom, boom, mountain spawn location revealed. Yes. I'm not entirely sure what any of that means, but that's all good. I'm happy I'm getting comments, so that's good. Now what we're talking about, look, is if we look over here, that mountain over there, that is extremely high up. I am going to basically head at that mountain because that's basically where I need to go anyway. Now over there looks very densely populated with trees. That's probably the main map, but it most definitely is the main map from my own experience. It's when you get that on the mini map, if you see it passing, it kind of goes where you switch over onto the proper Guarma map. Yeah, that's basically where, now if you look to the west is where the legit Guarma map is. But anyway, Yumper Scump says, alrighty, I'm gonna head off to bed. Oh, absolutely fine, mate. Thank you very much for popping in, and I mean that extremely sincerely as well. You are like usually the first person in saying something, and there's been many streams where you've been in from start to finish, and I mean that is just awesome, you know, for saying I'm just sat here playing games, you know, just chatting away. That is awesome. Ace Anglerfish says, no, we never got one. The closest we got was a ridge in a cliff in New Austin. No, we never found one yet. The closest we got was a ridge in a cliff in New Austin. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on the progress over here, and that's looking really shady. If you get a stagecoach up there, you can put dynamite on top of it, turn off friendly fire, and then blow up your friend. Okay. And that is just referring back there. Yeah, you are talking about Red Dead Online, aren't you? Just to double check. Micah Bell says, do you want more mini games like poker in online? Hell yeah, why not? One of the funniest things ever in Red Dead 1 online was when they introduced the undead nightmares, and you unlock the zombie characters, and then you sort of show up to like poker tables, and there's always at least one zombie sat at the table. It's hilarious. Now Red Dead 1 had I believe it was like 4 or 5 different DLCs altogether, and they all cost like £7 or £8 each. Yeah, and every single one was worth it, especially Undead Nightmares. I mean, you get a full story mode and all the extra stuff in online, including the Undead Nightmare, like the Last Stand game mode. Now, I'm not kidding, and you know, I have no reason to make this up, but on PS3 we had this really good posse on the go, and the four of us, we set the record on PS3, not the #1 record, but number 7 on the leaderboard, and we was never removed off that spot for highest score in the Undead Nightmare event, you know, the one with like the endless zombie hordes. Probably not there to this day, but we was there for a long time, at very least until I stopped playing anyway. We held that spot for months, always trying to beat it, of course, too. Red Lord says, I'm a happy little tree. You said it. Okay. My IQ is 2, says, remember Red Dead 1 online, having to shoot up hideouts constantly for XP? Yes, I do remember that. Now, one of my favourite exploits to do in Red Dead 1 was, what was it, Solomon's Folly. That was in New Austin. This little hideout where if you got a good team together, you could basically clear an entire hideout in like 15 seconds and just keep repeating it over and over again. But eventually they patched it out where it gave far less money and XP just because it was so easy. It was way easier than the other hideouts, to a point where it was like 1/10 of what it originally was. So everyone stopped grinding it, but me and one of the original members of that crew, a guy who I met, who was from London actually, essentially what we did was we rolled back the installation version of our Red Dead 1, and then we played local multiplayer through a program called X-Link Kai on your PC, which could simulate a LAN connection over the internet, and we kept grinding Solomon's Folly for months and weeks after it got patched out. So where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, Red Lord has some gobbledygook, which I will try and pronounce. Ash de biff 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 biff. Yeah, I had a go, at least some sort of commendation for that, hopefully. Yes. So, right, now it's time to begin, slowly edge into the west slightly, and as soon as you start thinking you get into the southern coastline of the Guarma map. Thanks, Red. Thank you very much. Okay. How are you feeling about your admin role in the Discord server? You're doing very well, introducing people in. Also, for anybody who's in the chat at the minute, in the title of this video, of this live stream should I say, is the Discord link for my very own Red Dead Online Discord server. Anybody in here who's in the Discord, I'm sure will vouch for how cool it is in there. You know, non-toxic, dead chilled out, you know, everyone gets along, you know, we're always helping each other as well. It's really, really good in there. Ace Anglerfish then says, yes, you can send your posse members flying with dynamite if you turn off friendly fire. So you throw the dynamite on top of a stagecoach while your friend is also standing on top of the stagecoach. Okay, and that's at a bridge in New Austin. Okay, that's a completely new method that I've ever heard of, if you know what I mean. That didn't come out very well. Right, I'm just looking because I can actually see the dividing line from here. It's right there. So I'm kind of wondering if I can save a bit of time on this. I think I can by sort of looking. It looks kind of like where them trees are, that's where the map is, if you know what I mean. I've already gone, I was going to say I've gone past the volcano, but I think that there is the lip of the volcano. Or I'm very close to it, I don't know. Okay, just have a little sip of water while I'm heading there. There we go. Or is that the volcano? Who knows? Okay, so I'm going to start heading southwest. Water. Yeah, I do like water. There we go. There we go. I'm just reading these comments here. My IQ is 2 says, man out of the map used to be so easy back in the day. Guarma was totally unpatched, and there was one place you could straight up ride a wagon right out the map. Yeah, I believe it, mate. I really do believe that. Wawata. That's the volcano to the right. I'm just kind of looking. I have actually seen like a very detailed coloured map of Guarma, and it shows you the crater and everything. And you know, in like single player, it shows you where all of the kind of hidden islands, what are called the hidden islands and everything. If you'd like me to do it one time, I will do a Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode mod showcase where I visit all of the hidden locations on the Guarma map that actually stay in during story mode. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. It's been a long time since I've used any story mode mods. And obviously at no point do I use any online mods. That's not my bag. But glitches, exploits, it's all fair game. My IQ is 2 says it's right next to the high res area. Oh, okay. Fair enough. You can access it without black screen. Can look down at the real Guarma map. Okay. I'll start heading up there when I see it. If you see it, I'm going to keep the camera straight forward. So if you can point me in the right direction as I'm doing that, because I'm going to head straight west from this point. I will occasionally sort of look to the right because I do need that reference point, but I'll try and keep the camera still. Do you mean these like mountains in front of me? Is that what you're talking about? That's the volcano, yeah? Is that what we're talking about? It's worth asking. My IQ is 2 is giving me a lot of good hints at the moment. So thank you very much, mate. If it wasn't for my IQ is 2, I probably would have only just arrived at Guarma by now. Probably. So yeah, that has actually really sped things up. Yeah, it really doesn't look like a volcano. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think this is the volcano because it has the trails coming out of it. Unknown, but I'm trying not to head too far north for now. So I'm going to kind of head west-ish. Northwest-ish. Red Lord says quarter. Okay. My IQ is 2 says it's next to it, like to the right from if you go up that mountain. Okay. I will know if I'm getting too close to Guarma because I'll see the texture on the floor change. And if you approach from the south, you don't get kicked right away. You can kind of get on the medium res map. You know, like I say, I will repeat this again. I'm probably not going to end up in the high res Guarma map, and upon doing the respawn, I probably will just end up getting kicked back to Saint Denis or the main map somewhere. I'm going to keep heading up because I don't think I've actually been up to the top of this before. I always travel like all the way south to the coast and then all the way round first. But as I visit Guarma more and more often, I'm kind of getting more brave, like as to where I go, and a little bit more adventurous, you know, because I know the exact bit where I'll get kicked back. So let me just check the time in the game. Oh, there isn't any because I'm actually in a mission. It's easy to forget that. Look at double rainbow in the clouds. You've got to love the weather effects in this game. Look at that. volumetric clouds. The lava is in fact made of trees. Yeah. Oh, crikey. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to keep heading in then towards the map. Yeah, man, this is crazy. And the thing is, because the texture is so low quality, if you go high up and look off into the distance, it doesn't look as trash, does it? Let's be honest. Just because that's the way resolution and stuff works. It says you're at the highest point. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Looking off to the north over there. That's the hidden island over there. Now, I think I will be running almost parallel now. Not parallel, but running up to the point where the map will change. It should be around here somewhere, because look at how far I've gone into the trees. Just speculation, of course. But while I'm up here, hopefully there's not going to be too much cloudage, as it were. Kind of hoping it's not going to black screen me at any point. I had higher hopes than that. So I'm going to see what I can actually look at from up here. Oh my god, as you think you're done, there's more to it. I'm kind of looking for a nice downward slope. Preferably out of the clouds as well. He's calling it Trava in there. You're at the highest point. Look at that, look. Just take a moment. Look at these volumetric clouds. Honestly, they rival Flight Simulator. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, you're south of the real Guarma map. Oh yes, yes. Yeah, I kind of knew where I was at this point, but you know, it's still nice to have the confirmation. And you are actually you are actually really helping me. Ace Anglerfish says, so how long do you think it'll take to find Fort Brennan? Fort Brennan's a distant memory. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of these clouds at the moment. And hopefully get a nice view over to the north. But I think that's going to be blocked by trees now. Best hope that I've got is now finding the medium res line. Yeah, if I was to ride back now to Fort Brennan, my god, I'd be travelling for ages. I'd be travelling probably less time to get back, because, you know, as long as I got close to Mexico, I'd get black screened if I was near the southern point. I have noticed that if you try and, like in story mode, you can go from Mexico to Guarma, but in online you can't. It's fully patched. Okay, so we should now be soon approaching the medium res line. I'm just going to keep an eye out for that. The tree density is increasing, which is always a good sign. Not the tree quality, just the tree density, of course. There we go, that looks like the line right there, but... oh no, there's the line, okay. Now, that looks really strange. That's water underneath there. Hey up, I can kind of see through that bit. Let's see what's going on over there. I'm always keen to know. Yeah, it's more low-res trees. Okay, so this is kind of the moment of truth. This is what it's kind of been building up to, if you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to head like really, really far to the west. And that'll put me on kind of like the furthest corner I can get to. My IQ is 2, says jump into it. Like, is that any kind of tried and tested method? Because basically every time I've like gone into Guarma, like it just black screens me. So if I cross that line, it's gonna black screen me, I think, even if I try and jump it. Just let me know what you think, because you've given me a lot of good advice so far. But last night on live stream, jump into the hole. Dude, that might be a really good That's actually a really good idea. Oh my god. Right, so I'm skipping plan C. And I'm going straight for plan D here. Let's get the nice bit of the hole there. Oh, that sounded weird. What is actually there? That's not water, that's blue hell we got in there. My goodness, yeah, this is like a real tear in the map over here. Jump into the hole. I'm just trying to figure out how high the map is off the ground. It's completely gone. Just let me know real quick. My IQ is 2. Have you ever jumped into this gap? And if so, what happened? He's done this before. What happens if you jump into the hole? Do you get black screened? Or spawned back on the main map? Because I'm like kind of confused at the moment. You don't die. Okay. Kind of dubious though, as you can imagine. Because if I do this wrong, it means I'll have to come back again. Yeah, that is blue hell. It's not water. But the problem is, when you're out of bounds on the map, if you actually jump into these locations, sometimes you can get caught in like a death loop and you have to quit out. Plus, remember, I'm actually on lives as well. So, that's a long way to come for... that's a long way to come to basically just fail without trying the method I wanted to try. But with that horse method, that's not too bad. Ace Anglerfish has put a typo in there. He says, you have so much to live for. Okay. Wait, my horse is running away. Oh, I thought it was getting away. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to see what happens, but I really don't think I'm going to get put on the other side of that. Let's give it a go. This is what I do at this point. Who wants to see me jump in? Or who wants to see me continue west and try and respawn and see if I get put back? Like respawn and like spawn like in the Guarma map? Because apparently someone in some comment section somewhere, I can't remember who, said that they managed to explore Guarma for about 1 minute, basically, and then they got kicked back. So don't jump far or your black screen. Yes, I will avoid it then. I do know exactly what you mean, mate, yeah, because I've done this at the north side, you know, the river we crossed, where I've got the horse after crossing. You can do it over there too. So, yeah, I know what happens. You just fall and then basically, yeah, you just keep falling, yeah. You just fall a little bit further, yeah. Okay, I am trying to keep this nice and interactive for everybody. I do keep asking what people want to see me do, and essentially I'm kind of still setting my ways. I want to try this way to... If I go to the furthest, like, southwest corner of the Guarma map, of the medium res Guarma map, and I choose to respawn, I'm just wondering what'll happen. And that was just what I wanted to try. I did mention at the start of the stream that this was highly likely not going to put me back, like, into the Guarma map or anything. Yeah, you fall then suddenly reappear. Yeah, the amount of times I've been out of bounds and deliberately gone through the map. I know what you mean. You kind of fall really silly, and yeah, I nearly fell in there just by not really paying attention. Yeah, exact same thing happens. Okay, so like, what'd be really nice if I could like remove some of these trees, because I know just north of here, hidden by these really crap trees, is the actual Guarma map. But it won't have like loaded in properly, if you know what I mean. Kind of, it seems as though as soon as it loads in, that's like the trigger for it to kick you back. So, but the thing is, the same thing happens with Sisica, right? And I'll just read out Redlord's comment there. He says, Oh yes, yes. Red Lord says you should do a normal Red Dead Redemption 2 live stream. Not a bad idea. I'm just obsessed with Guarma. Let's be honest. I just really want to get in. So I'll keep trying that for now. My IQ is 2, says careful, don't go too far right. Yeah, I got that, mate. I got it. A few inches, you're going to get booted. The last night's live stream, I actually wandered in quite a distance, in all honesty, before I got kicked back, which only piqued my curiosity further. Yes. So I'm going to go this way and then head north, and then try and end up at the Cube of Destiny. That's the idea. Yeah, I think it does kind of depend on the place, mate. You are right. But when I walked in yesterday, I was kind of on a slope, so it might have just seemed like I went further in, when in reality, sort of, you know, XY distance wasn't that far. But then you got like the extra Z in there. Ace Anglerfish says, whoa, that's fancy water. Yes, it is. It is. The water around here is the actual tropical water of Guarma. Now, what's quite interesting is once you get to this point of the map, kind of to a place that I call the Cube of Destiny, when you get to the end of this beach, if the weather clears up, you can actually see some of the geographical formations of the map, and it's at that point where I want to try to respawn. That's essentially what I'm going to try. That's the idea anyway, and we'll see if I can get a spawn. There we go, there's the Cube of Destiny, as what's been discussed in a previous live stream, and the guide video, of course. Now, this bit of the ground here, you fall through. So, I am left with only one option, and that is to attempt to respawn. Now, if you look all around, that there, I do remember that from story mode. When you look to the far side from the beach, which is over there, you can actually see that rock sticking out. Also, that over there does look like a fortress. I'm going to see if I can zoom in further on the binoculars, because I didn't get a good view of this before. We'll get out the refined binoculars. Zoom in. Yeah, look at the features on that. That's actually the fortress. You see, so we're actually really close. And over there, I'm not really sure. That's like, over there, not really sure either. Yeah, that is some kind of fortress kind of formation from the beach. So I know for a fact, well, I don't know for a fact, but yesterday I was in this bounty mission and I tried to approach from the south and I got kicked back. I've approached from here while not in the mission, I got kicked back. So I'm kind of hoping if I choose now to open the player menu and respawn, the current game mode has disabled the ability to manually respawn. Well, it's going to have to be dynamite then, isn't it? That saddens me. And you know, if it's dynamite, I'm going to have to try and blast myself. Right, Cobber. It's time for us to part ways. Actually, wait. No! Yeah, that's alright. Even if I end up in Guarma without a horse, I'm not bothered. Because apparently you can't whistle your horse there anyway. But there is donkey spawn locations. Jump? Jump into the abyss? Are you crazy? No, I'm pretty sure if I jump into there, yeah, I think I probably would. Although, to be fair, if you actually go into blue hell I did notice this before. I was on a mission and I went into blue hell and I kept falling into blue hell and I didn't keep losing lives. But I don't want to get stuck in that respawn loop. I really don't. So what's going to happen now is, unless anybody has any suggestions of anything else to do, it is going to be dynamite on this corner. And all my clothes seem to glitch now at this point. And I'm going to blow myself up and see where I respawn. The entire stream has led to this moment. And I was honest at the start of the stream that essentially this was going to be the end result. This is going to be what's happening, okay? I'm really hoping I get into Guarma here, but the chances are probably less than 1%. Here goes. Are we having it? Red Lord, you're right, it's not water, it's blue hell. That's got to be my new catchphrase for the day, I think. No, even that near my feet. Look at that, it's watery. But this is actually under the water, funnily enough. Anyway, enough of that. All in, fair warned. Any objections to blowing myself up in the game, of course. One last chance to say your piece if there's anything else that you want to see. Just checking while I finish this cigarette. No objection. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens then. Respawn as quick as possible. I respawned right on the spot. Now, I kind of need to figure out where. I need to save one dynamite for myself, of course, but... Oh, that's not going to tell me where the thingy point is. Now, if I had a player with me who could walk and get spawned back in Saint Denis, I could know the exact point and try and blast myself into it. If you know what I mean? Like, is there some way, maybe, of just as you die, blowing yourself up or something? Who knows? But this is the last chance that I've got to do this right. Fall off right on the edge as it booms. I don't know, man. That could be an infinite loop. But then again, oh man, it's so touchy, innit, this? Right, I think I might have to go in first person for this and kind of get right on the edge. There we go, just to line it up, if you know what I mean. And I kind of need to like blast myself in bounds, but kind of a little bit out of bounds. It's all quite experimental. Here we go. Oh dear. Here we go. I definitely fell off the edge. I'm just going to wait the full respawn time on that and just see what happens. Look at that. That needs a screen cap all of itself, that. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm out of lives. So, there's only one thing left to try. And you know what that is. And that's just jump in. Wah, wah, wah. Am I actually travelling doing this? It seems as though them rocks over there are actually getting a bit closer. Or is it just me? Whoa, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That seemed like I could actually control the fall a little bit there. Still very sketchy, though. If I'm going to retry that, I definitely want to be retrying that not in a mission, so I wouldn't be worried about lives. But who knows? RIP to the run. Yeah, definitely. Right, I've hit cancel mission on that. That was... You got to be honest. I am trying everything I can possibly try here to try and get into Guarma. I'm so desperate. Oh look, I did hit quit mission. To be fair, go to Fort Brennan. Oh, don't really want to. Got to be honest, round of applause for the attempt, at very least. Yeah, Red Lord says, you respawn back where you fell off, though. I know, that is a bit nasty, that, isn't it? My IQ is 2, says, I think out of missions you don't respawn in the map. No, I don't think so either. That's why I was testing that method. Right, now what I'm going to do now is, everybody, I'm not kidding, everybody claims the method of getting to Sisika Penitentiary is patched. Where on the stream last night, I proved that wrong. It's not completely patched because I managed to get in. So this is what I'm saying when I say this like bounty mission method seems to hold some kind of... Whose horse is that? It's actually saddled, this horse. That's odd. And I can get on. That's weird. Whose horse is that? Search Saddlebag. That's not the name of the horse. That's odd. Yeah, this mission does seem to hold some kind of relevance, I think. If there's going to be a way of getting into Guarma, then this is probably going to be the way to do it within this mission. My IQ 2 says, how was it patched? The way that you do this is you start the Cecil bounty mission. I'm assuming it can be done on any bounty mission, but the Cecil mission starts you real nice close to over here, right? What you do is you travel the coast, you get on a motorised boat. You can do it in a paddle boat, apparently, but yeah, you end up caning your stamina doing that. So you get a motorboat and you can travel to the casino boat and get on board there. And even if you're not going to go on the casino boat, it kind of use that as like a waypoint, because you kind of need to be heading directly from the south, and then you head north to Sisika. Now everybody was saying it never used to kick you back to the main map when you did that by blowing you up, but then they said it's been patched every time they try it. Yeah, it doesn't actually work. Yeah, no, I've actually tried that as well. Whether I'm in this mission or not, I've actually tried the slide glitch from directly east, directly north, and from the south as well. So I don't actually think that you can glitch your way in. Unknown, but you know, if you want to see me try and glitch my way in with the slide glitch, I could only try from like a relatively, you know, it's hard to explain, but a very sort of shallow angle. I'd have to go right to the southern tip of Saint Denis, and I'm telling you what, that slide glitch would take absolutely ages. Micah Bell says, I want to be able to purchase a stagecoach with a Maxim gun on the back. Yes, now I've actually been in lobbies where hackers have been spawning them, and players have had a whole load of fun. So why they wouldn't put them in the game, I don't know. Even if there was an extortionate amount of money, everybody would be buying one. I mean, it's not like I'm short of money, I'd buy one outright. There we go. My IQ is 2, says sometimes you black screen. Sometimes you black screen once, but second time you make it. I will be honest with you. The time I did this the other day was my first attempt, and I did die, but it spawned me underwater right next to Sisika, so I could actually walk straight in. Do you know what I mean? And the other time I tried it was first attempt, and I didn't blow up, but my boat sank. But then I could sort of kind of nearly swim there. On the live stream last night, I got a boat, and first attempt it just let me drive the boat right up to the shore, while my friend, he tried to drive a boat and it sank. So if I'm going to try the slide glitch, it's probably going to have to be from over here, but the problem is there's these like docks in the way, and if you apparently there's like a wall in place, like kind of where this line is here is kind of a wall where yeah, it's kind of a wall where you get instant black screened if you cross that. While not in the mission, I've tried to glitch from here to there, from the coast that side, and I've also tried to glitch in from there, taking a long time, and every time I get black screened. My IQ is 2 says I haven't tried Sisika since the last big update. He says no point doing slide glitch, it'll do the same thing as any method. Yes, but it does seem weird that yesterday I managed to get a boat and basically just drive it right up to the coast. I think there must be some kind of gap in this wall for you to even be able to just drive a boat right up without any black screen or negative effects. I literally just drove it up and managed to land on the coast. So, yeah, I'm going to try and recreate that. If I can't do it, like I say, it is very hit and miss. I was trying to recreate it earlier, but there was another person in the mission with me, and yeah, it wasn't working very well. My IQ is 2, says not in mission, it's useless. No, actually, when I did the glitch last night to Sisika, I was in this exact bounty mission, so kind of logical that it'd work again if it was going to. Nothing's been patched since then, so I'm willing to bet there's going to be a big patch tomorrow. I'm willing to bet that the pelt duplication glitch, the current one that I know a few people are using, that's going to get patched out. I'm almost certain of it. Big glitches like that where people are making a lot of money fast seem to get patched out really quick, whereas kind of out of map glitches take quite a bit longer because you don't really gain anything from it apart from just being able to visit other bits of the map. Now what's irritating me is I've shot the guy on that boat. Oh yes, yeah, I see, my IQ is 2, yeah, I get it, mate, I get it. It says, I mean, if you weren't in a mission it won't work. Oh, definitely not, no, definitely not. What is going on with that boat? You see this? Like, I'm kind of getting to it, but kind of not. Am I stuck on something? Am I travelling anywhere? It's hard to tell with the water. I am getting a little bit closer. Come on. I'm in that deep water where even if you spam the button, you don't get anywhere. So I'm going to try and swim to it. That might be a little bit more... Yeah, that's better. Look at that. Much better. So now, the aim of the game. First of all, I do want to kind of get rid of that body. It seems if there is a body on the boat, it seems to mess it up. So let's get rid of him. Thanks for the boat. Now, I'm just going to put a waypoint. When I approached there last night, it was from... I kind of went straight diagonal that way and then head north. Whether this works or not, this will be the last exploit thing that I'm trying tonight. I did intend just to try the Guarma method. I might not live stream it, but you know, I may be reattempting this mission, going to Guarma and everything. I'm just too keen. But obviously, if I make it into Guarma, I can cobble together some kind of guide video, put a screen cap on while I'm trying the methods, and the ultimate goal is some kind of footage of inside Guarma. It'll be like the first time I think anybody's captured footage since Red Dead was in beta, which is November 2018, a long time ago. My IQ is 2, says, remember when you could drive them big steamboats? Yeah, the one that just went past me. Yeah, I think so. I didn't actually play this from like day one, because it was on console for day one. Like a year later it came out on PC, but I've played it pretty much every day on PC since it came out, so I did put it down actually for a couple of weeks because yeah, I had a daily streak of like 170 or 180 days, and I came on one day, I did my dailies, and the next day I lost my daily streak, and that was right at a time when there'd been no updates, no content added or anything for absolutely months. I'm not kidding, it had been probably about 4 or 5 months. The game had gone so stale, and I just, you know, I kind of just sort of put it down for a little bit, a couple of weeks, and then it was time for the Naturalist thing to come out. Kind of being careful now, because I don't want to get kind of like, there's like a fine line where if you go just a little bit too far, your boat sinks over to the east, and if you start going too far north, you blow up, or it claims you blow up. My IQ is 2 says I drove it down the waterfall in New Austin. Very very confusing. I bet it's very amusing, more like. Amusing is probably more like it. Kind of like trying to whistle for a horse as well. Like, you can whistle your horse when you get on the island, but I'm kind of like, this is the moment of truth, basically. Yeah, look, blew up, even though I didn't, which is just weird. Hopefully I'll get respawned underwater. No, I thought it was dark then. I thought I was underwater. Never mind. Like I say, if you want to check out the footage of Sisika, that was on last night's live stream. I think that's probably going to be the last attempt from me on that, because, you know, I've kind of gone over how long I wanted to stream. I just wanted to do a quick jump to Guarma. I am having a great time with everybody, but, you know, I have already pushed it a little bit, and I was on streaming a little bit late as well. The thing is, I am streaming a bit later and a bit later every night, so it is currently, let me just have a look at the time on the phone right there. Let me have a look. Oh, 5 AM. Oh yes, gotta love it. I have streamed till later in the past, but it's cool. Okay, my IQ is 2 says it wasn't coded to go down a waterfall, so it just slid down like a water drop on the window. Okay, this is going to need to be tried, I think. That is going to be the last thing from me, but it's not going to take me too long to get round to there. It's probably going to be easier if I leave the mission, actually. Then again, if I went like that way in a boat, I mean, would it kick me back for being too close to that coast? Just an honest question there. Yeah, I think I'll save that for another stream, actually. My IQ is 2. Thank you very much tonight. I honestly can't thank you enough, because you helped out big time. Yeah, I didn't think it'd work. You did help out big time, mate, by telling me where to get a horse and all that lot. It looks like the pin has been removed for that. I'm just going to double check. Yes, the pin's been removed, but I do kind of remember like where that is. Yeah, I can imagine it got patched. Yeah, I'm under no illusion. You know, anything that makes the game look silly, they'll patch it. Not as quickly as they will do money glitches or anything like that. If you guys would like to see me actually play the game properly one time, like was suggested, please let me know, because I'm happy to do that. You know, legendary animal hunting and all sorts of that stuff. It's going to be really, really good. Also, once again, big shout out to my IQ is 2 for telling me where the horse is, giving me a load of other good advice as well. That is awesome, mate. My IQ is 2. Have you joined the Discord server yet of mine? If you haven't done, it is linked in the video title. It's a bit unorthodox, but it is linked in there. So if you want to join the Discord, it's for any platform. You know, PC, PlayStation or Xbox. I know, don't really need to list them, but it is for every platform. We recently hit 100 members. It's all really friendly in there. You know, and I'd love to carry on a conversation with you in there, mate, because obviously, there's a lot of latency on the video for what I'm saying, at probably at least 15 to 30 seconds, and then YouTube chat's not the best, let's be honest, like for chatting to somebody, is it, you know? So if you wanted to join that Discord, we'll have a good conversation in there, and I'm sure we can carry on talking about this stuff. Red Lord, thank you for being a good mod, mate. You always do me proud. Micah Bell, I don't know if you're still watching, mate, but thank you for dropping in. Your input's always appreciated. Ace Anglerfish, take it easy, buddy, and I'll catch you soon. I'm just scrolling through the chat for anybody who's still watching, or potentially watching, should I say. And I think that's about it for anybody who's commented tonight. So once again, big thanks, and I'll catch you all real soon in the Discord, hopefully. If not, I'll catch you in the next video or the next live stream or something like that. Take it easy, everybody. All the best. And yes, new guide video tomorrow covering whatever's new in the new drip feed, whatever it is. And I'll yeah, I hope you have a nice day, nice night. You know, much love. Red Lord, take it easy, buddy. Okay, bye everybody. Farewell.